and of Daybreak. Yeah, you want to go play some Steps of War in Metropolis? No problem. I'd have to be from the 1v1 pool. Okay, so Rhyme versus Full Heart. I don't know how this is going to go. I know a little bit about Full Heart's skill. I think that he is fairly close to Rhyme. When I played against, I think I played against Full Heart in the last tournament that I did not organize. And it was a little bit crazier because hero abilities were allowed in the main and natural. What is happening? Is he scouting or is he going to go proxy? No. Is he going to build barracks and then like proxy barracks and spawn infinite infested Terrans once it's the 4-minute mark? Would that be the most beautiful thing that has ever happened in the history of mankind? Oh, please tell me he's doing that. Please tell me he's not just scouting. Oh, he's scouting. Now that's a shame. Man, that would have been the coolest thing ever. Well, oh well. What you gonna do? Looks like both players are going for a fast expansion this time. Phoenix feels like a very strong commander in this setting. Remember that hero abilities and top bar attacks, not viable in the main and natural. That's why Tychus, for example, had a very hard time moving in here with just Tychus. And it's the same way for Phoenix. However, his AI commanders are very, very powerful. And I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to beat that as Stukov. Stukov has some pretty powerful call downs on his own, right? He has the ability to make the Apocalypse and the ability to get the Alexander, the battlecruiser. But both of them are not particularly great at defending, I don't think, because of how slow they are. I can't see it being a truly effective strategy when you could just dart around. And Full Heart does full well know something, I think. Assuming he might not be the person that I played in that tournament, but I'm pretty sure that he is. And in that tournament, you played random in that tournament, so you got whoever you got. And he rolled into Phoenix, which is who Rhyme is playing. And what he did was he rushed into Mojo, the Storm hero, ASAP, because that hero does 40 damage against light units. It one-shots workers. How is he going to defend against something like that? And does Rhyme actually know? Yeah, well, that's a fleet beacon. I think that Rhyme has an idea. This is a very gas-heavy build from Rhyme. I'm very interested. And I think that Stukov could be very strong in the later stages of the game. The bunker is incredible. He's going for double engineering bay, so it does look like he wants to play on that bunker play or that barracks play. But how can he get to that later stages of the game? Stukov is infamously one of the slowest to build up commanders. Oh ho ho! The triple Stargate proxy with Phoenix defending it. And then, oh, it does look like Apocalypse is going to be able to deal with this. It was scouted out, I don't know who wins this fight. Is Phoenix going to be able to defend against this Apocalypse or not? Big lag spike here. Well, welcome to Phoenix, people. No, lag spike is gone. The pylon was taken out for a bit. Is he going to be able to stasis? No, you cannot stasis on an Apocalypse. It is a heroic unit, but then he uses the cloak ability in order to make this proxy invisible. 2 of the starports do go down. What a fortunate scout by Full Heart right there. Got the star sense going on finding that proxy. And now he's using the cleave from attacking. That is so cool. He's attacking his own infested Terran so that his Apocalypse can cleave and he can try to take down the starport. What? That's insane. The starport is going to finish though. And a proxy scout is on the way. And as we can see, Mojo is being researched. Rhyme is aware of this math. We've talked about it before, so I'm not surprised. And then the extra proxy going on from Phoenix. What is happening? This is insane. I love it. The scout is out. Next scout is on the way. Mojo transformation is almost finished. It is being chronoed. And it does look like Phoenix is just poking a little bit over here. Not using any abilities in the main or natural. Just trying to do that multi-prong harass. Oh, the Alexander is able to grab this unit, though, and the Infested Terrans coming out are going to be able to put a lot of pressure onto Mojo. I don't think that you can mind control heroic units, though. Arbiter is going to use that cloak ability once again in order to stop the Alexander cooldown from doing anything. Mojo's pretty damaged, and he's going to try to take out this proxy again. The non-heroic units, though, can be mind controlled, and that is going to be able to be... That's devastating. Wait, who gets this heroic unit? I think that Full Heart has control of it right now. I think that Full Heart has a Mojo. This proxy is going to go down. The creep does not give vision for Stukov, though, so I don't think he's aware that there's proxy carriers coming in right after this. As the Alexander falls, Rhyme gets control of Mojo back, and this is a large wave of infested that actually don't look like they're going to be able to get over to Rhyme's base. Rhyme does not have the ability to defend? Oh, they're actually going to get some damage done. Not bad. Stukov really impressing me right here. Phoenix is going to be able to blend these for a bit, but he can't stay here forever. What are proxy carriers going to do? What is happening? Mojo killing a bunch of workers does go down. Okay, well, here come the proxy carriers. Everyone's favorite build. Straight from the ladder. Calarian is going to be able to come in, and this is a lot of damage by these interceptors. There's not much anti-air right here. The Apocalypse, though, does a lot of anti-air. Blitzes through the shields of this carrier, though, and it does recharge fairly quickly. Calarian, though, can take the hit, for a little bit at least. This is pretty impressive, and one carrier just doesn't do that much damage. Both carriers do go down, because Rhyme was distracted by this infinite attack wave. I think that's why he wasn't there to micro, is dealing with the pressure of this infested has actually been kind of taxing. Rhyme is now trying to figure out how to transition into a ground-based composition. I respect this. I think this is the right call. And it does look like Infested Structure is going to be able to take down both of these starports. This means the proxy is done, and Rhyme is going to have to play a normal game of StarCraft from here on out, albeit at a pretty big deficit. He does have a lot of money in the bank, though. 2.8k, 1.9k, presumably because his production structures have not existed for a long period of time. After Stargates went down there, and then some went down there, it's pretty hard to be able to reliably produce. Phoenix is going to try his best to hold off these waves of infested, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to in the long term. The infested do so much damage. Luckily, Full Heart has had detection problems. Stukov as a commander has detection problems. His only option is the Overseer, which does die pretty quickly. So Phoenix is going to be able to come on top of this. But as soon as the Arbiter form leaves, it has to come back and defend. These carriers are so vulnerable. The Infested Terran do so much damage. And the turrets aren't that bad either. Oh, Phoenix is getting a lot of good defense going on here. Look at the APM it requires to defend against these Infested, though. He has to recall, he has to move around. He's getting the Adepts out. Adepts might be a good choice. They're very, very powerful anti-light units. But there are those volatile Infested, the ones that act as Banelings, and those could be devastating against a large group of Adepts. Rhyme is doing his best to keep this cloak up, but look how quickly it drains the energy when he doesn't, or when he's using it. It drains, I think it's like 10 energy per second. Twilight Council on the way, 2-2 air is on the way, and that is so many infested. The interceptors are being taken down. Luckily for Rhyme, the infested have a hard time seeing that cloak, and the interceptors don't cost money. Oh, well, it does in fact look like... Oh, that's cute. He's able to take down the carriers. The Alexander can't actually push into the base. But Rhyme is on the back foot right now. He has 4.5k minerals in the bank. He just doesn't have the infrastructure to spend his money. That would be 46 Adepts if he had the ability to buy them. That would be enough to hold this off. Oh, this is so painful for Rhyme. I think he's stressed. He's just so pushed back that he hasn't been able to get all these things up. The Adepts are finally in full production. The Alexander does crash, and this is going to buy him a little bit of time. The Omegalisk is going to be off cooldown, though, which is, I mean, anytime he moves out of this base, it's going to be really rough. And if he ever notices Rhyme has this third base, it is going to die really, really quickly. Immortals are now on the way. Robo-Bay is on the way as well. He'll be able to make Colossus. Colossus are going to be great here. Oh, look, those jumping infested getting on top of all the Adepts, though. And as I said, those volatile infested, the Banelings, are able to just kill everything. Rhyme's supply is actually going up during all of this, though. Oh, and Full Heart has finally noticed. Being able to call in this Apocalypse is actually not that good. No detection, once again. Here comes that Overseer, but it can be targeted down by Clarion. Remember that his carrier, for some reason, has a laser cannon. And it's going to be able to snipe that. It does look like the natural of Rhyme is getting breached, though. The Immortal goes down. And this third base is also going to go down. Great use of the Infest structure throughout this series by Full Heart, by the way. Really, really impressed with it. Rhyme is on his last legs. His supply is plummeting down to under 40 versus the 124 of Full Heart. But what does he do? He still has money. Losing this base is not the end of the world because he still has money. Full Heart, though, he has 3 bases of his own. And he just has the infinite train of infested. He survived. This was a short-term versus long-term strategy. And, I mean, there's not that much more to say. Rhyme didn't win in the short term. His proxy got found, and it has been downhill ever since. Oh, stuck Phoenix. Good blender mode, though. The creep is inside of his base. Luckily, in co-op, you can build on creep. So it's not going to hit a point where Rhyme cannot build on structures. But his workers are going down. The infested can go wherever they want. And it looks like our hero, our champion, the man with 2 wins, is going to stay on 2 wins. Or maybe not. His supply has somehow gone up again. He was at 40, and now he's at 60. Oh, as soon as that detection comes into range, though, the infested, the volatile infested, just melt through everything. Oh man, this is purely a game of do I have detection? Full Heart, not always, but enough of the time he does. All of his Phoenix forms are basically out of energy. And I think that as soon as this natural expansion goes down, Rhyme is not going to be able to make anything happen. Remember, all these infested basically cost nothing for a Full Heart to use. They're so, so cheap. He's not doing it bunker style, which would be the truly free way to do it. But it's enough. Talus is going to go down. He doesn't have the ability to... Oh, he drives Dragoon Phoenix right in there. He's actually going to be able to take out the detection. That was a pretty good move. He did have to use his ability, though, and burn all of his energy. I respect the fight. I do, but I just don't know what to say at this point. He has 2-1 for air units, and he has Phoenix as his only air unit. Versus the 3-3 for Full Heart. These upgrades are incredible. The Centurions are on the field, or Legionnaires I guess they're called. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage and a lot of tanking. And if Full Heart would just send 2 Overseers, all he needs to do is send 2 Overseers. Oh, the Brood Queens are coming in. They have spawned Broodlings. They're going to be able to kill stuff in one shot. This is pretty spicy. And they... Wait, Brood Queens have an anti-air attack? What? I had no idea. Good to know. Oh, was he throwing parasites onto the units? Ooh, the Apocalypse is here. Rhyme got baited out too far. He was on the chase trying to take down these Brood Queens. Both of the call downs are going to come. Full Heart has destroyed the entire army of Rhyme, besides this Phoenix and this Turbo Speed Legionnaire. Talus trying to kite, but she's going to lose the fight. And all that Full Heart has to do is walk across the map now. I think this says a lot about the durability of Phoenix, though. I cannot believe he has survived for so long. But Rhyme, finally, has been defeated.